Did we do it? Are we winning? Are we streaming? Okay. Sick. Like that. Hello, hello. I hope this is recording. I really think that I did all of the right things to record. Yes, okay, it looks like the record is going. Hello all. Well, no one right now. Welcome to my first ever stream, a little test stream of, as the title says, Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. It is mine and my spouse's favorite game, one of our favorite games, and it recently got an update. And we've been looking at it a little bit ourselves, and I was, first of all, hello. My name is Ty or Hinnix. I go by any and all pronouns. I also go by Riki Tiki Tavi in many circles. I figured I would try out streaming because I have a lot of time on my hands suddenly, and I love games, and when I'm on a camera, it feels like I'm a little less alone, even if it's just me I'm looking at. This is Fungus. He's my youngest cat. I have two of them. I hope that they don't bother the stream too much, but I don't think they should. They just got fed. Yes, this is one of mine and my spouse's favorite games, and I've had a lot of time, so I'm going to start streaming, etc., etc. Everything's okay over here. Wonderful. Just, I guess while we're in the hanging out zone of the stream, I'm really kind of hoping that someone comes along and hangs out just so I can ask some questions about how setup is. I'll tell a little story. I did actually try to start streaming once when I was younger, like 10 years ago. Feels really old of me to say that. And I was very young, and I didn't really know how these things work. I'm not the greatest with technology. I'm very good at just sort of like figuring things out and brute forcing things. So there's a lot of things that I don't really know how to do. I don't like tutorials. I am that kind of gamer. Hold on. Boink. Here's Squid. Sorry, buddy. So there's a lot of things about this that are probably a little bit wonky, a little bit screwy. I'll figure it out as we go. Oh, yes. So when I first started trying to stream years and years ago, I didn't really know how anything works. I just sort of pressed the go live button and I went live, and people just showed up because I was playing a game that they knew. I think it was Overwatch. It's been so long. But basically, it was a raid. That's what happened, is that I was playing the same game as this other person was playing, and they just finished their stream. And so they went, oh, there's a new streamer playing the same game I'm playing. I'm going to send them a raid. And I went, what's happening? Where did all these people come from? And they went, oh, well, it's a raid. We came from X's channel. And I went, raid, that sounds dangerous and scary. And as I was clicking the stop going live button, the end stream button, I guess, I got the message of like, no, it's good. And I just didn't touch it since then. And I've still been like watching streamers. I love YouTube, Twitch, etc., whatever. So I've gotten the hang of what these things are now. And I've wanted to actually stream for a little bit. But it's just always been like never the time, never had enough energy, never had the funds for the games that I'd want to play or the technology for it. I'm really hoping that my 20-year-old computer, nearly 20 years old, 14 at least, does not crap out in the middle of this stream. Oh, what is happening? Oh, wowzers. Sorry, that might happen a little bit. I am also organizing a Renaissance fair for my city. So I'm very busy with that. It's starting to like pick up. It's not happening until like next summer, in the summer. But like, business is business. And I will try my best to keep energy and focus here. No one has come yet. And that is okay. Because mostly this is just for me to hang out, play some games, maybe have like a little like video, some clips to send to family and friends to be like, oh my god, this bit in the game, I had this reaction. And it's, I don't know. I've got a lot of time on my hands. I'm like a little stay-at-home mom. But for cats. Maybe eventually for kids. Mostly for cats. I'm doing a lot of volunteering, and that's been really fulfilling and cool. It's building a lot of community and helping with my anxiety, for sure. As is this. And I'm honestly kind of pretty stoked that no one's here right now, because again, I have anxiety. And as we say that, let's get into it. Is it not? Uh-oh. Game? Why are you not? There we go. Okay. Now we're in the game. Wonderful. This is also the first time I've ever done like a double screen thing. It's confusing and exciting. Okay. Content warning. Oh yeah, this is a horror game. It's very spooky. It's got a lot of gore, a lot of sort of unhealthy relationship dynamics. So be warned. If I could have a little, maybe I'll add that as a thing later, because I do love horror games, so a lot of these will probably, a lot of these will probably end up having a little, like, content warning thing. Anyways, content warning. This is a horror game, and is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website, www.blacktabbygames.com, if you need a list of specific content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects, as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preference. And you know, if someone comes along, if someone comes to hang out, and they need things changed in the settings, I'm more than happy to. I know that a big problem with me for a few games, as I am getting older, is the motion sickness and the fact that there are some games that do that to me. This game doesn't do that to me, thankfully. Hello? Thank you. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Now, I haven't gone and actually made the preferences what I want them to be quite yet, because I think everything else is fine for now. And again, if and when I get people, I will talk to you and figure it out. We're all in this together. And I'm also, again, recording this so that I can figure it out. Alright, new game. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess. I just really loved that first bit, the little content warnings and the "this is a love story" spiel. Beautiful. Love Black Tabby games, love Abby Howard. One of my favorite artists. Cannot stress enough. Anyways. Ooh. The narrator. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. So gorgeous. Look at. And this isn't my first time playing. There will be a lot of games where it's like, oh, this is my first time, let's figure this out. I'm going to think this through. I'm going to explore all of my options, but I've been here before. So for just a little breakdown for people who haven't, explore more often than not means that there is no moving forward in the story through that option. It's like asking questions and opening up more options, I guess, without spoiling too much for anyone watching who might not have played these games before. But for now, I am going to be skipping all of the explore options. I'm going to say, sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution! That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Okay. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. Sure, buddy. Whatever you say. I trust you right now. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs. Who's there? She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Hi! It always cracks me up to just see the hi! Howdy doody, neighbor. Just going to continue. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand. And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Okay, yeah, you cop. I haven't decided yet. How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk? Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. Okay. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang. Thank you. No problem. Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it. So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Relationship? Are you coming on to me? Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship. Okay. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. Don't just tell her that. Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time. Just how long has she been down here? If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here? Chained to a wall. Have they told you I'm allegedly so dangerous? They haven't told you anything, have they? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here, is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me, and I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking. She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened. So I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any number of good things that I'm sure you'd think you'd want to hear. getting a little bit chilly in my house. It's 100 years old. I'll probably get up and turn on the heat eventually. Sorry, my spouse is not feeling well physically. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this? She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything. Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me? The prisoner? The victim? The princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here? She's wrong. This isn't about trust, this is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugated monarch, no less. What's your name? She hesitates before answering. Whoops. You can address me as your Royal Highness or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her. How would I get you out of here? You can't. Don't bother. I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here. And if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use. Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is, I'm sure of it. Okay. Oh, have you decided what to do with me? You know why you're here. Oof. I'll get you out of here. You're pretty. I'll do anything for a pretty mean lady, you know? Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart. If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't just leave the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin. I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. I'll be here. Whoops! You attempt to make your way out of the basement. But the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Hello? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Okay. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here. You won't like what happens if you do that. I'll save her. Okay. Okay, here's the warning, everyone. Here's what I was warning about. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she wasn't even bothered by it. Thank you. Now, let's get out of here. Okay. No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom of the stairs, your body steps forward and raises the blade. What? Hey! Wait, this isn't fair! You can't just do that! Watch me. No, wait, hey. Wait, hey. Stop that! I thought this was a little too easy. Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive! But she has been fine until now. The blade! Move the blade! You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick. She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands. Maybe I'll see you in another life. And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it. The Prisoner! Ooh, I don't remember this one. Take a little drink break. If you're watching, make sure you're drinking too. Water. If you're not drinking water, make sure you've drinking water within the past 4 hours. I'm not requiring you to drink like your full 8 cups, 8 liters, however much they say it is now. But just something, you know? You gotta get at least a little water in you every 4 hours. That's my bar. So yeah, drink something, eat something, get warm, snuggle up. We're gonna go meet the prisoner. You're on a cabin in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, haha! You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her, and if you don't, it will be the end of the world. But I died. What am I doing here? I can assure you you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. Don't forget what he did to us the last time round. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't like that, Mickey Mouse. You know what? I think the skeptic's gonna have a different accent when we come back to her. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Okay. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. We at least have to keep moving forward. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, and a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Okay, the mirror. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall, it's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe the layer of grime off. Whoop. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. Alright. Let's just enter the basement. She was nice before. I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation. I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here, and she'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her, which you won't be doing, because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you. I don't know, I gotta say here, what's the big idea? Tempting. Let's just take the blade. You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Thanks. I mean it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs. Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company. Does she remember us? Remember? Remember us? She's so cute. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall joining in metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart. Sit with her. You step towards the princess, but she stops you before getting too close, holding up one shackled hand. There is fine. I prefer we kept the same distance. We keep some distance until we've sorted this out. That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. I'm a good boy. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her. Plus, if we're this far away, she can't hurt us. She can't put us in that shackle. You know? Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me? My intentions? What do you mean? Keep it in your pants, guy. What happened after I died last time? Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place. In chains again. More of them. And now you're back. Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are. You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not. I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how. First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I'd like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this incredibly valuable information, it would have changed our actions considerably. Considerably. It would have changed our actions considerably. Oh wow, I don't know what that was. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted the first version of me that you met. Maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. Calm down. I never said I wasn't. Okay, I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again, alright? Have we just been sitting here quietly? Because it's like established that she can't hear these voices. So... Disaster. That's fine, it's just water. Baby Fun Bits is still sitting here, like a little fungal growth. Moving on. Oh. Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. This feels really dramatic. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping. Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming. Yeah, she just thinks we're daydreaming. You guys are embarrassing me. What did you mean by that? Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any key in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal. Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'll survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive. Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests. If you didn't notice, hey baby girl, if you did not notice, your head is also in shackles. Huh, no. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work. But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. I feel like we tried to bring this up and she went, but I don't trust you. And that's not what we were talking about. At all. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so that she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be good for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that's what's good for her is what's good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are we can't trust him. Possibly even more than we can't trust her and whatever she has planned. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways. What about that other chain? I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit. Bark, bark. Sorry. Who? That was crazy. Anyways, I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world. I don't know if I want to... Okay, here's the knife. Slide it over. No, absolutely not. I'm not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Unless you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went? No, Hats. You tried this last time. Do you remember how good it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which by your estimation ended the world, right? Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistakes. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again, are you? A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up. Thanks. Why would she start there? Why would she start there? In any other scenario, I would do my non-dominant hand first, you know? Just to test the waters. We knew that worked last time. Why not do that first? Why not do what we know? You know what? You know what? It's not my business, I guess. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts her own neck. No! Whew, sorry. I'm sorry. It's every time. Every time I feel like I love horror. I play horror games. This is fine. This is great. And then a scenario happens that's on my ick list, and I go, "Oh right, I have a no-go zone, and one of those is self-mutilation." And hey, chat. I know there's no one there right now, but you and me, we're making it through this together. And I think after we get to whatever the next chapter is, I'm gonna take a little pause to refill my water, maybe grab myself a snack, turn on the heat, because I have chills not only from the game. Anyways, we're gonna look away. You close your eyes, but that does not stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of the skin, the wet mulching of several veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned, she's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh, so that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could be faking those sounds. And then finally you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching. And yet our eyes are still closed. Finally, there's a soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. What do we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations. You saved the world. Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she's gone, isn't she? I hate this. Can I get out of here now, please? Of course. The princess is slain, and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle? I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that. Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep short. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why. You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward. Take her with you. Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids, then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin. Oh, she's just held in front of us. Okay. Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved. She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. Okay. You open the door to the cabin, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find wait, no, that's not right. Well played. This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen, but it's already over? Is he gone? But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his. Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected. Okay, bye! It is cold. You're so right, princess. But you don't get a chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's the mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. The narrator's gone. He is. Does that mean the world ended? It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like? Approach the mirror. I'm begging of you, don't do this. The mirror never scared you before. It's different now. I feel, it feels, I don't know. Final. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin. Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. What? Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. Okay. Do we know each other? You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. What are you? I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? I don't know what I am. I think that you are like me. We are oceans reduced to shallow creeks. What happens now? Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. How much will I forget? Everything, until we meet again. Okay. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't. Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess. Okay. Awesome. We're gonna boink, go over to page 2, put that in there. And we are going to put it over to the cam. The cam. While I go and grab some water, stuff my face a little. I'll be back in like 2 to 5 minutes. Whew. Oh, sleepy jeepy. How's everyone else feeling about daylight savings? I'm still getting used to it. No one's here still, but that's fine. No one can watch Fungus while I'm gone. Make sure to stretch, grab water, grab a snack, etc., etc. All right. Heat's on. Ate a giant spoonful of peanut butter. Got myself a little appy. Got myself a little fungi. Probably only gonna take like another bite and then get back into it because these are loud and we've got a game to play. So good though. The classic appy. Hope everyone's feeling okay. There's a lot of big, bad, horrible, interesting things going on in the world right now. And if you're watching this, I just want to remind you to take care of yourself, take care of your friends and your family, in any capacity that means for you. I know that I personally, my spouse and I love to cook for our friends, so we've been doing a lot of that lately. I'm sure if you do a little bit of research around where you live, there will be mutual aid societies and volunteer programs and community centers where they have things that you can help out with. Everywhere is always looking for volunteers, so even just lending your time to pack a box of fruit will save a life, you know? Not to get all preachy, sorry. We're playing a game. I forgot about that part. But like, I don't know, world's hard. Take care of yourself. Take care of your neighbors. It's all you got. Let's go. How do I get back here? There we go. Return. Thank you. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. And if you don't... Oh! I forgot to switch over game cam. Whoopsies. I feel like you're listening to me chew. I popped this Mentos in thinking that it would be just a subtle little treat. It's been a while since I ate Mentos. I got these while I was volunteering. Volunteer, guys. You could get Mentos. And if you're doing food hamper stuff, they'll more often than not just let you take whatever food you want. So. Okay. You're not here for a mukbang, you're here for Slay the Princess. Okay. Let's just go. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, she will do everything in her power. Hold on. Maybe I'll make me a little bit small. Nope, smaller. Not that much smaller. Nope. Okay. I just don't want to be cutting up the words that much. There we go. We're not going through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are separate. What if I just put myself in the top corner? I think that's fine. Nothing really happens up here aside from, like, saving. Sorry for... It's the first stream I've ever done. It's a work in progress. Be nice to me. I'm just a little guy. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. No. Not this time, bucko. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp. A hint of rot filters from the ancient wood. If the princess really does live here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her soft voice carries up the stairs. Hello? Is someone there? Hold on, video I'm recording. I'm texting my best friend and loving partner, TJ, because no one's come in yet for me to actually test if this audio is good. So I'm going to see if they'll come in. Oh, the princess talks here. Well, I can't be where the princess talks. You'll just have to deal with not seeing some of the words in that corner, and that's okay. Okay. We'll just continue. It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. Hi. Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? Oh no. Oh no. Poor baby. My sweet darling love has a migraine. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I'm begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here. Hi. Do you think you could get me out of these chains? Let's talk a bit first. Oh, okay. What's your name? Oh. She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds. You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal. Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess? So is Princess your name? Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry. I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name. Okay, this is weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late. I was sent here to slay you. But I wanted to see for myself. I'm not sure if I still believe it. Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long. How long has she been locked away? Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? I was hoping you'd tell me. I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at. I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have got going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk. She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason. So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can trust in this situation, if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same. Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust, this is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugated monarch, no less. I don't know anything about you. Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right? You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with. What have you been eating or drinking? I don't see what that has to do with anything. This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Now I don't like that you both agreed on this. Now here's the thing, is I've played this game multiple times and I'm still like, why? That's what I'm saying. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right? I don't want that one. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. That seems like a pretty good compromise. I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea? One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision. You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all of our sake it's the right one. What if we just left you here? I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die. Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs. Fine. Turn your back on me, but it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind. Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here, but do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here. No, we're sticking to the plan. You'll be the death of all of us, but fine, we'll do it your way. I have an integrity to uphold. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with a heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. Where'd the blade go? You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue, but sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling you from the other side of the door. I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold very long anyways. And it's probably a good idea to try and get back on my good side. She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind. When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You know what else I can do? We're just gonna listen to her knock for a bit. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight. Sorry, that took a little longer than I thought. It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent and harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Go to sleep! What if we just ignore her? Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if we just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she? Oh! Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement. You try and stumble to your feet, but the princess draws near. It's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them. Says you. So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I? She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shut down one by one. Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together. Your lungs stop drawing breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left. I'd say better luck next time, but we both know that this is the end, don't we? It can't be. This can't be actually how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. A nightmare. Oh gosh. Schwupsie. You're on a path in the woods. At the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. I don't know why I always... Princess. I think ghosts are one of my favorite horror genres. Mostly because it's one of the easier ones for me as a native person to convince myself that I would survive. Because that's my only way to watch horror movies, is to be like, well, I'm smarter than these idiots. And there are some things that doesn't really work for, like serial killers. That's kind of it. I don't watch serial killers. I don't watch dolls. I don't watch self-mutilation. A lot of doctors' stuff is very iffy for me. Especially because, like, a lot of horror uses... Instead of, like, you know, utilizing the actual horrors of the medical system and of mental illness and of all of these different things that are corrupt and bad within the system. It's a lot of people that look in from the outside and don't have any perspective on all of those things and go, well, I know that doctors are good, so that means these people hurting them and freaking out must be bad. And not thinking about, you know, the many intricacies behind the many different health issues that people can have. And yeah, I mean, circling that whole medical stuff around to the fact that I'm indigenous is my people were experimented on with medical procedures until 73, 74, 72, in the early 70s in the very least. So it's hard for me, but I love the spooky stuff. I love the spooky ooky ghosts, paranormal bullshit, because I'm very respectful of spirits. So I can just look at that and be like, that couldn't be me. Because I'd look at the spooky diary and I'd go, maybe I don't read that out loud. I'd look at the weird little toy and go, maybe I don't break that or take that home with me. We've got so many laws and stories specifically about, like, the horrors of disrespecting spirits. We have one whole full story about these children that disrespected a witch. And in our culture, a witch is someone who, it's like a loose translation. It's as close as we can get to that idea. A witch is someone who abuses their connection to nature and to magic and to the world. And this bitch was out on a cliff living on her own, and some children decided to poke fun at her, and they believed that she wasn't real, and the eldest child ended up having to go on this big fun, like, over the garden wall type quest. Children were being turned into trees. It was horrific. It's horrific. I think in the end it wasn't even a good ending. I think in the end he found out that his brother was a tree, and that to kill the witch he went over a cliff with her. So we love culture. Back to this super fun game. You're here to slay her, and if you don't, it will be the end of the world. Okay. We'll just go. A warning. Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time, or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. I don't trust anyone. That's fun. The paranoid. Oh. The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. Huh? The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happens to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I can certainly feel eyes on us. For squirtin'. I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out, but if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. Yes. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it. You walk up to the mirror, to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall, it's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror. 3 hours ago, man. Once we wipe off that layer of grime. Oh! You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. That's mean. Did he make it go away? Clearly there's something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad. We should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favors. Ooh. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in the darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeps up from below, reminding you of fresh lightning and static, as you are descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs. I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I. Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter. We need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, marks where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving. I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you. You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined path lies before you. There you are. I told you I was going to find you. As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it? It's almost like you want me to get you. There has to be a way out of this. Sink! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this. I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break. Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart, lung, liver, nerves. Heart, lung, liver. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous. She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon, and the way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? What do you want from me? I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door, and then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave. And if I let you out, what then? Oh no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise. If you want to work together, can you stop this bit? I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me. Okay, let's get out of here together. What? No! I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful. No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter a word, your body stops moving, and... Do you think you can just wrestle control away from us? This body's barely functioning as is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. What is this? Skipped frames. But, oh, from your parked car, audio's great. Thank you. I love you. You don't have to stay. Love of my life, apple of my bean. I'm going to continue playing. I hope your car is fun. With a flicker, the princess's wrist. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into... Bah! My partner came into chat and I got nervous. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion. I've saved her every single time. I can't help it. She's just so cute. Look at her little face. Look at her big eyes. Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here. The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would have been the perfect opportunity to use it. But we don't. And we've already made our choice. We can still grab it on the way out. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Heart, lung, liver, nerves. Heart, lung, liver, nerves. Heart, lung, liver. You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuating your every step. Well, I mean, the skipped frames seem to just be because she's flickering a lot. So I think we're fine. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible. Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall. As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can make this right. You can still save everyone, and you can save yourself from becoming her tormented pet. Pet? Pet? I'm gonna be her pet? There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the atomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive. Heart. Liver. Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No, you are doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lung, livers, nerves. Heart, lungs, livers, nerves. That is weaponized incompetence, folks. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs. There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going. The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement, never to be seen again. I guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober. You have drink where you are? And now you open the door. There's nothing else for us to do. Step into the world. The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed everyone. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin. The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground. Why is it so cold? Oh, goodbye. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now will be the end of everything. It's calling us, and not in a good way. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. Can we trust you? You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Flickering lights in an empty cityscape become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. This music reminds me so much of Persona every time I hear it. How much have you changed? Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gifts fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. Oh, goodbye. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? This one is filled with sadness. A doll abandoned by the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. Boy, I feel that. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home. I'm ready to go back. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again. Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. Fungus has been asleep this whole time. And we love him for it. Thank you for playing Slay the Princess with me. It's always... I'm never gonna get sick of it. I have played through both of those memories already, and being able to see them upgraded in the pristine cut is absolutely wonderful. Shout out to Black Tabby Games, Abby Howard, and all of the wonderful developers of this game who worked very hard not only to make the original game, but the pristine cut in and of itself. I'm not being paid to say any of this, I just really like the game. If you want it, it's on Steam. I'm pretty sure it's on the Switch. Epic Games, I think. I don't know. I got it off Steam. Yeah. When I watch other streamers, this is usually the part where they read off subscriptions, but I don't have any of those quite yet. So, I guess this is Hynix. Signing off. It was lovely to stream with you.